the sex scene is a little gratuitous. It's a little long. And I don't feel like it really needed to be in there all that much.
Because of that, it feels like we don't spend enough time actually dealing with the circumstance that Tom finds himself in. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are your Badass Words boys. I'm Kyle.
I'm Arden, and this week we watched Love, Death, and Robots, specifically Beyond the Aquila Rift. And tonight we are going to be putting it up against the internet's most scientifically accurate rating scale.
That's right. Hold on to your asses, because things are about to get backwards. Beyond the Aquila Rift is an episode from the first season of Netflix's Love, Death, and Robots, based on British author Alistair Reynolds' 2005 short story by the same name. Set a long time from now and in a space station far, far away, with absolutely fantastic animation serving as the medium to bring viewers into a frighteningly grim sci-fi circumstance.
I also feel like now would just be a good time to let you folks know, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, we are going to be spoiling the shit out of this episode of Love, Death, Robots. So if you have not seen this episode, go watch it and then come back.
It's 20 minutes long. Go watch it.
It's not that long. And as always, even with short form content, we will start with the directing. And the directing in this short is actually pretty good. I liked it. It's nothing super special, nothing to like write home about, but overall, really, really well done. I do have to say though, the sex scene is a little gratuitous. It's a little long. And I don't feel like it really needed to be in there all that much. However, what I will say in terms of shot composition in a short animated horror sci-fi, this alien reveal is god tier. It's legendary. Again, other than that alien reveal, which is bringing up the score quite a bit, nothing to write home about. I'm giving the directing a 7.
Again, that alien reveal, absolutely legendary. Me and Arden watched it again right before we're recording this because it truly is phenomenal. But I'm actually going to agree with Arden. I'm coming in at a 7 even. The writing is where we struggle a little bit with this one because seriously, we only have 20 minutes. Let's cut the sex scene down just a little bit. We can still have the sex scene. Let's just trim it down a little bit. We spend feels like a quarter of this short on that sex scene. It's rough, not to harp on it. Because of that, it feels like we don't spend enough time actually dealing with the circumstance that Tom finds himself in, this kind of Groundhog Day-esque time loop that he's stuck in. And I feel like that makes the story suffer pretty harshly. I'm coming in at a 6.5 for the writing.
I agree with everything that Kyle just said. Generally, my take on the writing of this episode is it was fine. I'm giving it a 6.0. And now moving on to the animation. And folks, I have to say, I loved the animation in this one. The thing about the animation in this is that it looks very, very realistic. And I'm just going to take a second to talk about this. I saw this LETTERBOXD review saying, like, if you are going to make a realistic animation, why animate it? Because it's animated. And that's why it's cool and impressive when you make it look realistic. Speaking of looking realistic, that alien reveal that we're talking about, you want to talk about the animation, you want to talk about the lighting there, you want to talk about everything in that moment. Incredible animation. There is, however, just a little bit of some uncanny valley that doesn't quite feel like it fits with the rest of the animation. So I'm only deducting it a little bit. It's getting a 9.5 from me. Excellent animation.
Yeah, specifically with the Uncanny Valley, I feel like a lot of it actually comes from the movement of the characters. Doesn't feel quite natural. And obviously that's something that's really hard to get done, especially with a small studio. So overall, I think they did a fantastic job with the animation on this one. I'm giving it a 9.4. The music and sound design of this short was actually really good. Everything feels like it belongs in the universe that we're dealing with. and everything feels like it has a purpose as far as the sound design goes. Every time they press a button, it sounds like an actual button that would have been pressed. Every time they clink their glasses together, hey, guess what? Sounds like champagne glasses. Fantastic. The theme song, the intro and outro song, Living in the Shadows by Matthew Perryman Jones, pretty good, pretty fun song, and I think it fit the vibe rather well. I'm giving it an 8.0.
I agree with everything that Kyle just said. I like the sound design and the music just a little bit more, so I'm going to come in at an 8.5 for this one. However, I do feel like we need to ask a very important question that we still ask even when it's just a short little animation. Kyle, anything from this episode making it on your playlist, my friend?
Yeah, that theme song
Hey.
slaps. It's absolutely going to make it onto the playlist for sure.
And now moving on to where we would traditionally have acting, but we're going to put voice acting right here, okay, folks? Because I have to say, Henry Doothwaite and Madeline Knight, who play the two leads in this short, are wonderful in their roles. I think they both bring their characters to life, and they also add a really nice depth to the performance, particularly Henry Doothwaite as Tom. You can tell that he's like a very seasoned man who's been through this before, and I think that really comes across in the performance. I really liked the voice acting in this one. I'm giving it an 8.0.
I actually really enjoyed Madeline Knight's performance specifically in that last confrontation scene where he accuses her of not being human. The way that her voice changes ever so slightly is absolutely wonderful. I loved the voice acting in this. I'm giving it an 8.2. And the vibes for this movie were pretty strong. Again, the animation and the sound design and the music all come together really, really well to support each other. The shot composition is wonderful. Like Arden said, I could have sat staring out these space station windows for hours. I loved the animation of the space in this. Absolutely great. I'd give it an 8.1 for the vibes.
I don't feel like I could add anything more onto what Kyle just said, other than the fact I'm coming in a little bit lower at an 8.0, not that much lower. So,
all right, guys, we're going to go and do some math, and we will be right back.
5 hours later.
and we're back. We have done the math for you folks. We have come back to you with our final ratings. I came in at a 7.8.
And I came in at a 7.8.
Which means our back assward score is a
7.8.
You figured it out.
We cracked the code.
Which a little surprising. Usually we're rating the stuff that we're talking about on the channel a little bit higher, but we're actually coming in a little bit lower than IMDb, which I'm kind of surprised to see. But we are coming in above Letterboxd, which there aren't too many reviews on the Letterboxd for this, but it's averaging out to a 7.0 there. And honestly, I feel like that is a really good spot for us to start off our TV reviews. This is our first one, so I'm looking forward to doing more TV and more Love, Death, Robots. This was a great one.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back to Love, Death, and Robots. They've got a lot more to offer for us, and I'm really excited to get back into this series. But for now, we'll be leaving it there. And normally this is where we would kind of compare it to where it ranks against the others, but this is our first short form content that we're reviewing on this one. Shorter form content, I guess you could say, that we're reviewing on this one. So it is I guess this is kind of the bar for now.
Yeah.
So we'll see where the next one lands. For now, thank you for watching this week's episode. If you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't, like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know what you thought of Beyond the Aquila Rift in the comments below. I'm Kyle.
I'm Arden, and we'll see you next week.
The danger's real.
Stay weird.